You're gonna want to hear this. The following is guaranteed to knock your ears right off. Not intended for the faint of heart.
And we're back. Hello, Matt.
Hello, Liam.
How's it going?
It's going well. Just my ankle is a little under the weather.
Yeah.
Mine as well. It must be contagious.
It must be.
Oh, it's going around the campus. It's bad.
Yeah. So, it was funny. When we went to Domino's, Jack made me laugh hysterically a few nights ago. Remember the guy in Domino's that was talking to you inside?
Oh, yeah. What'd he say?
He was like, so you need to call Josh. Type in 2, just call Josh. It's like,
Type in
what?
211. Call. Say I know Josh.
I'm not going to call the Domino's employee when I need help.
It's like, type in 211 and then call, and you just ask for Josh. Josh will be here for you. And it's like, who's Josh? Like, who? I was like, that's a guy I can call anytime I need.
Dude, Josh better show up.
I know.
When I call him, I'm gonna need him.
It's like, you call for Josh.
I'm like, I need backup, Josh.
Josh here for you. Where are you at? Is that Jackie Poo? Yeah.
All right. Well, we're here with
We're here with Jack, Bree,
Hi.
and Matt,
yeah,
and then me, your
And
host.
Josh.
And Josh.
Josh if we want him here.
If we need him.
During the show, we'll type in 211 and ask for Josh. Where's Josh at?
211, not the suicide hotline.
I think that's
It
I
is.
think
He said to call Domino's and add like the extension. He said like put in the number and then press 2.
wait, imagine that he just sends
Josh
you,
is like
No.
a millionaire. He's like,
No, but-
he like calls in like a Ferrari.
No, but like that's the best part. Imagine Bree's right, and that is the suicide hotline, and you just call and be like, "Hey, I'm looking for Josh," and you're like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, that's why I was like, does he just work the suicide hotline? And he
We
wants you
don't
to
have a
call him?
Josh here. I'm kind of alone. Don't really work with Josh. Yeah.
There's no Josh here. Do you see a Josh with you? Is he in the room with you?
I need Josh. Did he die? No, not yet.
All right. Well, what are we talking about today, Liam?
We're going to be doing our favorite thing, Reddit threads, and we're going to be reading
Some relationship issues that
Yes.
people are going through,
and we're going to give our 2 cents on what we think they should do. Jack over here is a connoisseur of relationship
What are
advice.
you talking about?
oh, he's been studying this for years.
Jack's our expert on relationships.
I'm really not.
Jack's been in a relationship for how long now?
I don't know. A while.
What the hell? That's a good
While.
answer for your girl.
I mean,
Bree's been in a relationship for,
Almost 5 years.
oh my god. I mean, Matt have been in a relationship for,
wait, what?
not each other, but we've been single.
You know.
Yeah. When in doubt,
Yeah, it's just
Josh
it's
is
my
the way out.
It's literally my choice. It's just my choice. So,
Yeah.
But I've been looking at a lot of studies about attractiveness. So,
he's
it
like,
should be.
I know how to get a girlfriend just by doing statistics.
I know how to. I just choose not to.
Yeah.
I literally choose not to every day.
Matt has done the math. He's done the research. He can just get a girl by just talking.
He's actually mewing right now. You guys can't see it. But.
Yeah. This is going to be one of our shorter episodes. We're going to just do this for probably like an hour or so.
Mm-hmm.
But the episode will probably be like 30 or 40 minutes.
Got it.
So, yep. All right. We'll be right back. It's missing.
Disappears.
It just goes.
Well, I know where it goes.
Yeah, it goes in a pocket and you
Yeah.
never see it again.
Yeah.
So, yep.
That's why your roads are bad.
Anyways, and we're back talking about. Let's get this first one. Let's get this first Johnson started.
Of course. Yep. This is all right. All right. Ready? I'm gonna do this one first. All right. I, 35 female, am disgusted by my husband, 37 male. All right. To keep it short.
Off to a great start.
Divorce.
Should I stay with him?
That's my answer to everything. Just break up.
Like,
just
what
divorce.
is Like what?
Get out! All right. To keep it short, we have 3 kids. The youngest is 6 months. I was slightly overweight when my husband and I met. I was 26. and have steadily gained a few pounds over every year since then. My husband is the same, slightly overweight, and has steadily gained. Over the last several months, I have been trying really hard to lose weight and get healthy. I'm now below what I weighed when I met my husband and look pretty good. Ever since this change, my husband seems happier. We have intercourse more, and he is generally nicer and more romantic with me. This makes me literally hate him. I can't stand behind. I can't stand around him and try so hard to pretend everything is okay. He says nice things to me or does nice things, and I have to leave the room to go cry. All of this is because I've lost weight. I'm so devastated that he's treating me so differently. I feel like he's never really loved me. My feelings for him have been the same no matter what his weight was. I don't know. I just don't know how to get over this if I ever can.
So let me break this down real quick. She's upset because she lost weight and her husband
Finds her
thinks
more
she's
attractive.
because she lost weight.
Yes.
Huh.
I think.
She's like, my husband seems to love me more than he did then. That means he didn't really love me that much to begin with. It's basically her.
Yeah, no, I get what she's saying.
But it's like also he. Yeah, I mean, I get it.
I think your issue is plain and simple. Your husband loved you the way you were.
He just loves you even more.
He
now.
just loves you. Not even that. Like, he still cares for you.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think a lot of things have like really changed. I don't know how heavy she was. How did she say?
No.
She's just a little bit overweight.
Yeah, that everyone says that when they're mega overweight. So
They're morbidly.
I was
obese.
only like 310 pounds, and then he
only,
loves me.
My 1,000-pound sisters.
Yeah, no. So, no, I just think that he still loves you regardless, with the weight, without the weight on. I just don't think he's said it.
Well, I think like obviously you wouldn't marry someone you don't love. First off, unless you're
That's a
like
good point.
completely delusional.
Yeah,
Does
Secondly,
happen a lot though.
yeah, it does.
if people are becoming better in your eyes, right? Even if she's like a 9 to him, right? And then she like loses weight, she becomes like a 10, right? It's he could like become nicer, right? But
Yeah.
it's not a mega difference from what was acting before, you know?
Well, I'm wondering because I just thought about it. Like, I think maybe it's not that matter of losing the weight that makes you more attractive. I think it's
An attitude change.
not
I think
even
it's
that.
the effort you're putting in.
That was exactly what I was about to say. Thank you, Bree.
Was that not an
Go
attitude
on, keep
change?
going,
True,
keep going.
yeah, I'm
Well,
with
no,
Kiskin
I
on that
think
one.
maybe it's not that she lost the weight. It's that he sees she's putting in effort to her appearance,
Yep.
and he likes that. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Like, she could have still had the weight, but if she put in effort, I think he would have
I-
appreciated that.
Yeah.
People like change and develop too.
Mm-hmm.
So like you just if she's this new version of herself, you love that version. It's still her.
Yeah.
You just like maybe are more infatuated with that version for X, Y, or Z
Yeah,
reasons, which
I
are objective. Maybe I don't know.
I think it's more like what Bree said. Like, he loves that you're more goal oriented and more like
Yeah.
you want to achieve something.
You
and
want to better yourself.
because think about like when you like with a partner. Matt wouldn't know, but if you're with a partner, so
He could know.
just
He
just
chooses
try to
not
play.
to.
I literally
Can-
choose not to.
Wait, can you just play
I
along?
study
Just play
humans.
along for. Just play along. All right. Just play, so. Let's say your face kills me. Let's say oh, man, he made me lose my thought because his stupid face.
Effort.
But yeah,
Alright,
so
I might have
Matt,
to get my-
Matt doesn't understand. Yeah, perfect. He needs your shades. Matt doesn't understand what we're about to say, but like when you're with a partner and they achieve something and they've like achieved a goal of theirs, don't you think it's more, not like I don't know how to say the word the right way, but more like quote unquote sexy or like more like you feel like
Attractive.
kind of attractive
Right, because they're being like the best version of themselves.
yeah, like
Yeah.
they've achieved something, so you're kind of like, ooh, I like that kind of
Right.
thing. So
Right, it's normal.
I'm wondering if that is something to do with what he's feeling, not
then
so
may-
much about the new body.
It could also be like a, like it wasn't even like a weight thing to begin with, right? It might be like a, it might be early on in the marriage, right? It's like a honeymoon phase. Like you guys are like, oh, like this is perfect, right?
Yeah.
And later on, you get to like, your 30s or whatever. I don't know when they married, but
Yeah.
you start growing apart more, and then you see like this person's like putting in like a ton of work now. Like they have like a totally different attitude to when it was like this middle-aged part where you guys are like separating a little bit, as seen by her saying like, he's been nicer now. I don't know if that's like in relation to ever
Yeah.
or
Yeah, I
He
feel
could
like
compared to the
also
early.
be trying to be supportive for her.
Mm-hmm.
Like he sees she's putting in the effort, and he wants to like encourage her to like,
Yeah.
keep going and like better herself. But also, I thought it was going in the way that like she started losing weight and like putting in like this work, and he did not, and she like resented him for that.
yeah.
I feel like that could also be part of it. Like she's doing all this work and he's not.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like if he wasn't putting in any work before, that should be resentful.
I just think just a thought of my own. I think this issue has a lot to do with her,
Yeah,
not so
for
much
sure.
not so much him.
Yeah, he's just being nicer, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you overanalyze things like that, I don't know if it's even overanalyzing because I'm not in her situation. But
Yeah.
you start to dig deep, and you're like, this insecurity. Maybe she was just insecure about that, and now like it's coming back to haunt her because of X, Y, Z. He's becoming nicer and such. But
All right, so final thoughts, Bree.
should she leave him or not?
Yeah, I guess. Do we want to do that as the final thoughts? Or do we
No,
wanna,
don't
like-
make that the final thought because that's like, you don't know these situations well.
Yes, divorce him. He's being nice to you.
Oh, so
I think she just needs to say something to him and be like, "This is how I feel." You have to know that's not what he's doing.
Yeah,
Because why would he
exactly.
be doing that? But you should still say that's how you feel and let him explain to you
Yeah.
that he's not, and then accept that and move on.
100%.
Or he explains to her that he is, and then,
And then you leave him.
There you go, Matt.
I'd say it could be a variety of reasons. People are more attractive if they're probably more extroverted or more outgoing with their, goals. I saw that in a study.
You're sad.
I'll show you the source a couple years ago.
Trustmebro.com.
No, I swear. But, it could be a
It's a BuzzFeed
multitude of
article.
reasons. I think that they're fine, though. They just need to talk it out.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I could totally understand like why she might feel resentful, especially if he wasn't putting in work in the beginning. But also, like, he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
He's like more attracted to her, which is normal if you see her putting in more work and like showing more positive characteristics.
Yeah.
And if she looks like objectively better, doesn't mean he didn't love you in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's kind of a tough because I
Wouldn't
understand
you-
why she might feel like that. Maybe, if there was like a lack of effort in the beginning,
Yeah.
but he's not like doing anything wrong.
I don't think he's doing anything
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah, I agree with you.
Wouldn't you want him to think you're more attractive?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, if you're
Well,
trying
not
to put
her.
it-
To her, she wants him to think of a slob.
You're ugly.
It would make
Go
sense
back
if,
to being
like,
overweight.
if he like wasn't, putting in the work for her before, it makes sense why she would be resentful though.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like we don't know the whole. It
Yeah.
could be in the beginning that he
Yeah.
was kind of just like,
Mhm.
not fully giving it.
Yeah.
Not fully there. Hold on, let's see what the top comment says. You wanna see
Well,
what
I
this
gotta
goes?
say, my final.
Oh yeah, your final thoughts. Sorry.
Yeah.
Forgot.
It's okay. Jerk.
I forgot.
It's only your show.
I was gonna say, I think that it's a simple conversation you have with him. So I feel like it's not so much to do with you gaining the weight. I feel like that has a small part to play in the attractiveness of your growing attractiveness of him or whatever the way it goes. I just think that it has to do with a lot of the fact you're more goal oriented now and more organized and more everything, and a lot of people find that more attractive than someone that just lets themselves go. So,
Yeah. Only speaking facts.
top comment, man.
Let's see what the top comment was. All
Leave
right.
him.
What?
It's gonna be leave him.
Oh, I thought you said tea time.
Honestly, when I see my husband make any form of improvement, I find more appreciation for him, and I've noticed it goes the same with me. It doesn't matter if it's weight loss, working out, learning a new language, building something, etc. The important thing is the improvement that we're investing in ourselves. That's an attractive quality, no matter who you are.
So, like what me and Bree said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
What they said.
Yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter anymore.
You two are like little schoolgirls are just chuckling in the corner.
We're like,
Like I'm in patty cake.
All right, Matt, you want to do the next one?
Yep. All right, let me. All right, this one's a hard one. My 21 female partner, 23 male, just proposed, and I've been planning on leaving the relationship prior to the proposal.
Jesus.
My partner and I have been together for more than 3 years now. Our relationship has had some serious issues and had everything lined up to leave soon within the next few months, unbeknownst to him. He knows and is aware of our issues. He wants kids. I don't. We also haven't been romantically involved in a while because I just don't feel comfortable. I don't know if I'm asexual or if I'm just realizing that we're growing apart. And he's very, very controlling down to what I'm allowed to wear and when I'm allowed to go out. He proposed, and I don't want to just leave because I feel bad, and I don't want to hurt his feelings, even though I know it sadly will. I also feel bad because he paid a lot for the ring and went out of his way for the big proposal, so I felt bad to even say no. I would have never thought he would have proposed because he never seemed like the type that wanted to get married, and just with the issues that we've been having. I thought about talking to him about an open relationship with boundaries since I'm not romantically comfortable, and hoping that maybe he will find someone else this way. Is there any way I could quietly / kindly get out of this? This is making me very sad, depressed at the moment.
Holly, what are we
It's
talking
making
about?
everyone who reads
why are we
it sad and
talking?
depressed.
Like,
Jack kills
like, you need to leave, honey. Like, what?
Yeah.
Is this a
Jack-
discussion to be had or something?
Jack kills me. Jack's in the corner like this. Like, he's like balled up. He's like, oh, I can't listen to this.
No, that's me. On the inside, I'm cringing.
Yeah, Jack's cringing on the outside. I love it. I'm over here like grabbing my like face like that. I'm like, oh my god. Matt just keeps reading. I'm like, this is just worse and worse.
Yeah.
Okay, off the bat, we'll go Bree first.
Just break up with him. You're going to marry him because you feel bad?
You're right, so you gotta break up. I mean, obviously. It's like, what are you gonna do? Stay with him? I mean,
Yeah.
clearly things
Wait,
aren't
but
working.
my question is, did she say yes to the
Yes, I
proposal?
think
She
said
did say
yes.
yes.
Oh my
Because she felt bad that he put in all this effort.
I
So-
think it was like public, so like
Wait,
you have to
so
say
I
yes.
can I break it down first? So
Sure.
she
I mean, you can.
He's like,
so he's controlling, manipulative, and all this. And I'll say why he's manipulative, because I think he realized.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to trap her.
So I think he realized Bree's on the same wavelength with me tonight.
I thought about that too. You guys
Bree-
are so smart.
Shut up, Jack. Shut up.
you guys have so much in common.
No, so what's it called? I think he realized it was ending because especially if it's sexless and all that stuff happening, they're not as romantic together. I think he realized that, and his last ditch effort to keep control over her was to entrap her in a open proposal with a bunch of friends and family, where she didn't want to be that one to be the reason why.
Yeah.
Because it's a win-win in his eyes. She said yes, he gets to keep her.
Yeah.
She say no, he gets to control how the narrative goes.
Yeah, he's the victim.
Exactly. So I think you need to leave him as soon as you get him in private and just be like, you're this, and that to me. Well, honey,
done.
we're done.
Like, of course it's going to hurt his feelings, but, like,
But
you
he-
have to leave.
But he
If you don't
has
want to be with him.
he has a massive ego.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But,
It's just
like,
reality. It's like sometimes reality hurts your feelings. You clearly don't want to spend the rest of your life with this person.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
real. That's the truth of the world.
Yeah.
And-
Ben would say the same.
Kevin Donahue. So it's like, yes, feelings are gonna get hurt, but that's the world doing that.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, I get it, right? If she felt like he was like beneath her, like she wouldn't even care about like denying the proposal or anything. So
Yeah.
she obviously cares for him at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least as a human.
No. Yeah.
But you know, you have to understand that there's like a disconnect between you hurting his feelings and your entire life future, right?
Oh, yeah.
You can't base it off of somebody might get upset about a certain thing, right? It's
You'll
gonna
be
be
upset for a month. You'll be upset for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
you gotta somebody just
Yeah, so
somebody just sprinted. That guy's
Like,
mobile.
let-
He was on a vehicle, I think.
He was not on a vehicle.
He was on some sort of wheel device. Could have been Caesar on that one wheel.
That's Caesar. Caesar had to get rid of his one wheel.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
It's a hard choice. Obviously, it's really hard to do that in person or anything. Just say like, yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
But it has to be done.
No,
It
I
has to be
know.
done. I've done it before.
I think this is
Speaking from experience.
dude, with your dog.
I had
like
I had to
this is
stop
too
playing
much.
League.
I
It
had
was too much for everyone.
too much peanut
I was-
butter.
it was
all
hurting
the-
everyone around me.
just leave him outside. Go.
You have to leave. You're too much effort. I have League, and League has called my name.
You're not paying rent.
You found out your dog's religious, and you're like, this has to end.
This has to stop.
Go back to Jerusalem.
You can't just sit around here jobless. Clean the house.
your dog's like, huh? All right. I think this is a good, quick to the point. We all pretty much agree.
Yeah.
She just needs to leave him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's clear.
Yeah.
All right, you want to see the?
I'm ready for the next one.
Hold on. First, the top comment.
Okay.
Well, we all agree like she should just.
Yeah,
leave.
everyone agrees. Leave him,
Oh, what the? This other guy is saying weird stuff.
and it's good that we pointed out why she should leave him.
Yeah.
Because he's just entrapping her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Have you ever thought that he could tell you both were growing apart, and this was a way to try to control you and prevent you from leaving?
Oh. I just wanted this noted
Smart
as
guy on there.
I just wanted this noted every
That's
time.
like Liam. He responded like before.
I was literally about to say that every time you read it, I pull my phone and I just comment on the thread and send it.
This commenter is Liam Zernich.
Oh,
It's like
must
Liam
speak.
Saranich backwards.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Not Liam Zernich.
yeah.
He's like not so lounging around person. I was like, what?
That's so lounging.
Like this can't be Liam.
They were saying,
I think it was just basically what you said.
All right, we'll do like this quick one. Maybe go on like a little break.
yeah, we'll just do one more. We'll go on a break.
All right. 26 female girlfriend doesn't know how much money I 29 male have. 29 male, I've been dating my girlfriend, 26 female, for a little over a year, and she has no clue how much money I have. Backstory is, I was a biofuel engineer and sold my patent to a prominent company in the field for 8 figures. I come from a poor background, so I'm very frugal with money. I still drive my 27-year-old truck from high school. I was living in a house with 2 roommates when we first met. We recently got our own apartment together and split all bills down the middle. I don't really own anything expensive besides my PC. I took a consulting job because I got bored of not working. She knows I make a decent living from my current job. She herself is a chemist and does well for herself. I feel like if we end up getting married, she will eventually somehow find out. When and how should I bring this up to her? Thanks for everyone's input in advance.
Bro, like, why was he not just honest from the
I
from
know.
The get-go? It's
Wait,
crazy.
is he
Just
afraid
crazy.
of telling her how much money he makes?
Yeah.
Well,
I
they've
think
been
he's in an
splitting
awkward
bills.
position now because they've been splitting bills. They split the apartment, and he
Yeah, why
has
the
all
hell
this
would he
money.
make
So
her do
how
that?
do you say, yeah, thanks for paying for all that? I could have bought us a mansion,
Uh-huh.
but we
He
split
has-
this.
He has
has-
8 figures.
Dude, that's like tens of millions of
That's
dollars.
10
Yeah.
million at least.
And he's just living a
He's living in
simple
an
life.
apartment.
Splitting bills with
Wait,
her.
you know,
She's a
but-
chemist. You don't make like unless you're like at a
But like he's
pharma
living,
company, you don't
he's
make,
living
like,
a
a
simple
ton of-
life.
He has an
amount,
apartment,
but-
and he said the only expensive thing he has is his PC, and his truck is 27 years old.
So he just is like an 8-figure man that doesn't want to spend money.
That's just lying too. There was kind of a movie about this where like this dad like he somehow like got rid of all of his fortune, and his kids were like all spoiled, and then they all had to like live in his like old house because he like hid all of his money from him, and like they thought he lost them, and
Aladdin.
yeah, no, I
What
don't.
Aladdin did you watch?
Yeah, I think you got the really special Aladdin
Oh,
Yeah.
I got mine from
from a yard sale.
yeah.
But Yeah, and then the kids like grow up and they all find out like, you know, they should be like nicer to his dad or whatever. But hiding 10 figures just because you're a little frugal with money is absolutely bonkers.
Well, I'll say this. He's probably afraid of telling her because as soon as she finds out, she could take it two ways. Like, she's okay with it, basically. Like, he has the money. Or she's, like, wants him to buy 1,000 things. He doesn't, like, want to, like, spend so much money on, like, simple, on, like, stupid things. Like, buy me a dress, buy me jewelry, buy blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I understand that, but at the same time, you gotta tell her
Yeah,
if you want to keep it long
Yeah.
term.
I mean, if she's like splitting bills and like splitting apartment, right? I don't think she's very, greedy with her money. If she's like,
No.
yeah, you pay for everything, you
Like,
know.
I understand at first you don't want to tell her. You want to make sure she's with you for you, not about the money. But she's living with you. You're splitting the bills. She's clearly not with you for the money.
No.
You're splitting everything. So, like, just
Yeah.
take her out to a nice dinner and then
Just,
tell her. Be like, haha.
or slowly
Fooled ya.
or slowly just do
Can't
it.
believe you didn't
I
tell
think
me.
I
We're
think
done.
the way to do it now.
Hospital bill, she died.
I
My
think
grandma's life support. You could have done something. Like, oh my gosh.
How to put down my dog? You could have put the.
He was like, yeah, I'm a bit like frugal with my money. I'm like, what?
so when I had a broken car and couldn't pay for it, you could have paid for it. Yeah, I just
You know.
I'm just
Yeah.
saving up for a rainy day.
She like hates her job. She's like, I wish I could just live out in the middle of nowhere.
it's like we could.
You know,
Like, I
what?
hear you.
I wish all the same. Oh, honey.
Tell me
Don't-
about it.
He's like on his PC every day. He's like, you know. I wish
think-
we could just.
I think the way to do it now is he has to just slowly start doing things like slowly start paying for the whole apartment.
I just
All right.
imagine him like
I don't think that's
pretending
the
to
way.
stress about bills.
He's like, next month, like,
How we're gonna afford this?
He like,
It's
works,
over.
he like works at a gas station. He's like, I don't know how I'm making this money. It's just coming out of thin air. Or he
Look
just
what I found on the street.
or he pretends he wins the lottery. I mean, that's just the other way to do it now.
And how old are these people? Hold on.
26.
26 and
29.
29.
Yeah, 29, 26.
Absolutely insane. Like, I can't believe you could just do that. If I like somebody I love, right? I would probably.
Well, it's definitely,
share the
but
money.
it's definitely scary at first. It depends on how long they've been together for. How long they've been together for?
I think a little over a year. Or they moved
Yeah,
in together.
I've been dating for a little over a year.
Yeah, I mean, the scary part is like not now. It's been over a year. I think you should have told her by now. But like the first few months when you have all this money
Yeah.
and you're dating this girl, you don't know if she's gonna be
No,
like.
you don't know her intentions.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're giving her like just a bunch of stress for no reason.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Like,
but-
you moved in together. You clearly trust her.
hmm
So, I don't.
He's like, it's under the mattress. What? 10 million,
Why is the mattress so lumpy?
Jack. Anything to say?
Yeah, he should have tell her.
All right, Jack. What if you had 10 million and
Bro, if I had that money, I'd be like, oh, we're going out to dinner. We're balling out. you
Really?
know? Well, listen, I'm not saying.
You're like, Blarney's, I'll buy it.
I'm like a drunk.
like he spends like everything on
Oh, you're gonna
Blarney's?
blow it all on alcohol.
He spends everything in Blarney's and
He's
sales.
like, can I get like Blarney stock in here? Can I just start a tab that just grows? I'll pay it when next time, I swear.
Yeah, that's crazy. I could just do that.
Yeah, but I understand. Like, he didn't tell her, and now it's just getting worse and worse. Because how do you tell her now?
No, you really can't.
Lies get so much worse in relationships the longer they go on. Like any relationship.
Yeah, that's why I lied to all mine.
Oh, you're just never gonna tell them the truth.
Like, when they get married and they share a bank account, is she gonna be like, "Why is there $10 million in here?"
It's a glitch, honey.
Funny you say that. I've been
I'll call him
a
tomorrow.
multimillionaire for a few years. I just didn't want to tell you.
Yeah,
What?
I feel like at
Say
that
you
point,
called
that's when
last
you're like, "Why haven't I been paying?"
But at that point, I feel like she would divorce him.
Hey, man, if she divorces him, like, good on him. He actually figured out that she wasn't in for the money. But I mean, like if I'm like the girl and I find out like this guy is like hiding all this money from me, and I get married to him, and I find out 10 million, I'm like, I loved you before, I got 10 million now, I love you so much more, right?
I
she
think
ain't gonna
it's
leave him.
like. Well, it's like.
Well, she can
why
leave him
didn't
and
you-
get half.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's only if she.
Dude,
it's not-
if she finds that Reddit post, she might leave. Can you imagine being a grown man and being in a situation like this?
She's like, I'm 26. My boyfriend's 20.
And then you're like,
My boyfriend has
posting
a
on-
We're
consulting
splitting
jobs.
bills.
It's insane.
she's like, yeah, my boyfriend has a 27-year-old truck. Something's not adding up.
Sounds like my boyfriend. Hey, honey, come look at this Reddit thread.
She like gaslights him like a random guy that
Can
isn't
you
the
believe
guy.
this guy? He just sounds just like you.
He's like, no, it's really not me. I don't.
I don't know.
I'm 27.
I'm only 30.
There's like a big hole.
His name's like chemist
Well, this
wife.
is one year.
Trillionaire.
Husband.
He's like Mark Spector. I was like, oh, yeah, Mark, come here. Look at this.
No, but I understand, like, because then if they get married, he doesn't tell her, and then she finds out. She's like, well, you didn't trust me enough to tell me about this?
Yeah.
So he just needs to rip the Band-Aid off.
I
If he
think-
tells her now, it wouldn't be that bad. Like,
I know. I
Just
think
a
it.
little
I think it will be bad now.
I think it'll be bad no matter what, but it'll be a lot less worse before
Yeah.
getting married. Because married, you're already in commitment, and you
Oh,
find
yeah.
out this guy's been lying to you this whole time. But then it's like, all right, you have to balance the lie and then 8 figures. You know, you have to see if it's
Well,
worth
my
it.
question is, a girl or 8 figures?
Uh-huh.
he can have both if he just
Yeah.
tells her.
Nah.
Yeah.
You can only have one.
Depends on the
Alright,
girl.
We're going to go to a break. We'll be right back. Yeah, we're back.
No, we're not.
Welcome
Okay.
back, Liam.
Welcome back, Matt.
Welcome back, Bree.
Welcome back, Jack.
Welcome back,
Thank you.
Jack.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Good hospitality around here.
Yeah, we're not just lounging around; we're loving around.
Welcoming around.
We're like, hey, like the whole show is just like, hey, welcome.
Thanks for coming.
See you next time. All right. The next Reddit thread. I wish I. Can you actually get rid of that?
Can we dump that, please?
Can you erase that, Matt?
All right. My 23 female. So my boyfriend, 28 male, shaved his head, and it's affecting my sexual attraction to him. So basically, my boyfriend, male, and I have been dating for 2 years, and we've had some ups and downs, but I'd say the last year, we've been stronger than ever. He moved into my place this year, and we've been incredibly in love. I feel like he's the one. I feel like my attraction to him has been dwindling. He gained around 40 pounds over the last year. I am very into fitness and workout 5 to 6 times a week, and I'm in very good shape. He has been talking about losing weight for months now, but hasn't made any serious effort. He's taken the last couple of months to try to lose the weight, which I have been fully supportive of, but it hasn't changed the fact that he hasn't lost much of it in 2 months, and visually he doesn't look much different. But I understand that these things take time. Additionally, he's been talking about shaving his head. Before anyone brings it up, he didn't shave it because of male pattern baldness. He just wanted to. It's totally within his rights to do so because it's his body. But as a sexual partner, I told him it would affect my physical attraction to him. He still went through with it, though, which, again, is his right. And lo and behold, it's affecting my attraction to him. Unfortunately, sexual attraction for me involves emotional connection, which we have, and physical, which I feel like I'm struggling with now. He's been noticing that I'm not really interested in intercourse as I used to be, and it's affecting our relationship as a whole. I'm not sure what to do because I feel like he's the love of my life, but we have a dead bedroom. Do I tell him I've lost attraction, or should I just wait to see if I get it back eventually?
Jack, we'll go first.
Listen, if you think he's the love of your life and your sex life is like hairstyle dependent,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like, are you sure?
Yeah.
That's just my immediate gut
Yeah.
reaction. I mean, listen, she says she's, what do I know? Maybe it's more. But it's like, if you can't, like,
You can't look past that.
If you can't even like
look
find
past
it-
like some hair,
Yeah.
a style change. Although, you know, I personally would probably not be fond of a bald woman,
I thought about that too, actually.
right? Like, I mean, me personally, I probably would be affected by it, but
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the same with. It's probably the same with.
Well, it's like
women,
let's go
right?
for like a lesser instead of like bald. Let's go for like highlights, like a lesser kind of thing like that.
Yeah, I think that.
Even if that was like a big deal. Let's say that was her reason, like, and he put highlights in his hair. Like I'm getting highlights in my hair. And let's say like I'm talking to this girl and she's like, I don't like that you have highlights in your hair. And I'm like, well, you know, I thought it was gonna be more than just like a change of style for my hair, because it will come back or it'll go back to what it was at one point.
Yep.
It's about like I thought the connection, quote unquote, was there, not all about depending on how I looked.
how the physical.
Yeah.
Well, like the only thing is that she like told him, right? She told him that if he does this, like it's going to affect like her
Yeah.
physical attraction to him. So he kind of has like a little bit of responsibility there, but he obviously could change his haircut whenever he wants, right? Mm-hmm. But it's just like anything else in a relationship, maybe. I have to think about it a little bit, but like say like I don't want you going to this bar or whatever. That's probably a bigger thing, obviously. But if you just break like this thing, like obviously you have your right to go to the bar. But I'm gonna be mad at it no matter what, because I set that rule, and it's gonna affect this and this and this in the relationship.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm not sure where the responsibility lies right now.
I don't know. I think they both have an equal part to play, because he knew that she wasn't going to be a fan of it, and then
And then he still went through with it.
yeah, he still went through it, and she
She obviously lost feelings, like she said,
Yeah.
or lost at least attractiveness.
Yep.
But
yeah, but again, you could if he's noticing that too. I think it's about just talking to him about it and be like, listen, like right now, you look like Gollum for Lord of the Rings. I need
went-
you to get your hair back. You know,
yeah,
him with one of those lines, and he'll be like, yes, master.
yeah, but also like he's been talking about losing weight, right? And she was saying like there's like
Oh, I
he
forgot
gained
about-
like 40 pounds or whatever.
I forgot all about that part.
Yeah, that's also another
Um,
factor.
But
Yeah.
you know,
No.
Free?
Yeah, what
Finish.
were you gonna say?
you know, if he at least he's talking about it, right? That's at least putting thought into it. It's not like pragmatic where she's actually putting it into, you know, action. But if she's into fitness, like she could definitely get him in.
Yeah,
If one good talk, like, bada bing, bada boom, it's all.
I mean, I don't know.
I think it's the lack of effort. Like, he says he's going to lose weight, he says he's going to lose weight, and he doesn't.
yeah,
I think that already turns her off. And then this on top of it, I feel like she can get past it if he was at least trying to lose the weight, but both of them combined together, I think it's just too much for her.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, what you say?
I mean, like, I wouldn't. I agree. Like, she is definitely losing. Like, she said, like, emotionally, like she's completely fine with this person, like the love of her life emotionally, right? But physically, and she says she needs both, right? Physically, I think is the easiest aspect to change compared to emotionally speaking. You're not
Oh,
going to
yeah.
find that connection like anywhere else, right?
Jack.
The physical is slightly tied into the emotional, though, because some people are just their attitude is more geared towards, like, some people will gain weight and hold that weight forever.
Yeah.
And that's just true. It's that happens to some people. We just don't know enough about this person.
Yeah,
You know, so it is slightly tied into like personality and stuff. How hard you're gonna work to like, how stubborn you are. Essentially, how much you're willing to like work to get to this ideal
yeah.
for
But there's
you
like a
and
few
your partner.
things we don't really know what she's offered to help, in some sense. Like there's a few things she can offer to go with him to the gym, do certain things with him, so that it feels like a team effort kind of thing, like not just like I'm good, you're kind of messed up, fix that.
Yeah, get on that.
Yeah, instead of like what you were saying.
I was going to say, like, yeah, offer to go to the gym together. I'm going to go. You go 5 days a week. Take him
Yeah,
4 of those days.
I'm sure he's not going to interrupt your workout Like, he might just to ask for help or tips, but if you want him and you want to see him succeed, you'll do what you can to help him succeed.
Yeah.
You're in a relationship, not I'm on my path. You just gotta kind of follow with me, and if you fall off, then
Yeah. Too bad.
Oh yeah, there's a TLDR. I forget what that means.
Mhm.
But
Too
Too
long,
long
didn't
didn't
read.
read.
oh, never mind. I should, I thought it was extra information.
So, final thoughts, Bree.
I think she should just be able to get over it if it's really the love of her life.
Mhm.
And I think he should want to put in that effort to make him attractive to her.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the hardest thing to find somebody emotionally available or like on your same connection. She says she's incredibly in love, and she thinks he's the one, but one physical change, right? Now it's like, ugh, like at least for like bedroom stuff or whatever.
Mhm.
But I think these issues can be gone past. I think you literally just talk it out, wait a few more months, see how it is, because
Yeah.
you're not going to find somebody like this like much.
Yeah, especially if it's the quote unquote love of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if that's like actually the case, then she would still find attraction to him and be committed to him and stuff. But like my gut feeling, if I were her friend or something and I saw the situation, I would kind of be on the side of like maybe you deserve something that is less of like a burden to you and something that you're like trying to get over, and find someone that you're genuinely attracted to.
Yeah.
And like has your lifestyle and your goals and what you like to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because ultimately it's like you might love this person, you've been with them for a while, but it's if they have changed and they're not the person that that's your ideal,
Mm-hmm.
you should be able to break
Yeah.
out and kind of explore what you really really want instead of having to like deal with that.
Yeah. What's the top comment say?
Let me see what the top comment.
I think before you read it, like, she just needs to like offer the help him with, especially when it comes to the weight thing. The hair will grow back.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different kind of demon. If it's the
Yeah.
problem with the weight, then just offer it to help him. That's not that hard, I feel like. So
I feel like if she's like less attracted to him, like you could find attractive people anywhere you look.
yeah.
But it's the emotional connection. You can't find that anywhere if you have the same values and you want the same things in life.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just something you need to get over.
Yeah, like if I had a girlfriend and she was like doing things I wasn't like too much a fan, I'd be like, hey, what can I do to help you not do
Yeah.
that? Because if they have like a drinking problem or something like that, I'd be
Yeah.
like, hey, you have a problem.
Yeah,
And
you
I
should
care
want to
about
help
you.
that person.
I'm not gonna. It's like what she's doing is he's not on my path. He's like falling behind. He's gonna fall off. Like she's kind of in a zone. I
She's
feel
about
like
to push him off the path.
yeah, and I feel like you should kind of step back a bit towards where he is, and then fix
Yeah.
that so you both together on the same
Yeah.
thing. But
Yeah, obviously you need to talk, but the
Yeah.
top comment was, the weight I can understand as long as you have more control over that. The bigger issue is that he shaved his head by choice, and you apparently lost attraction. This leads to a bigger question. Ask yourself, what happens if he starts losing his hair? Because a lot of men do as they age. Will your relationship end because of something he can't control in the future? Or are you upset that he didn't take your feelings into account when doing it? There's a big difference between these two.
Yeah, it's like my gut feeling is like I don't think hair should be such a huge like
yeah,
determining
Matt's,
factor in your
Matt's going
relationship.
bald.
Is he really?
What?
I mean, I wouldn't.
I'm like, I'm tearing out chunks of
It's
my
a
hair.
toupee. He rips it off.
He's like, it's a wig, I swear. Jack, you love your Jack's reaction. Is he really?
Yeah, and then, like I said, there's a huge difference between not being attracted to bald men at 23 and staying attracted to your partner as they go through the aging process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just sounds like she needs to realize that he's gonna look like that probably in the next 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He's
if
not
you're
gonna be 90 with a full head of hair.
yeah, there's no way he's not gonna be fit 90 like yeah.
And if he's not in the gym working out now and stuff, the chances like he's going to when he's 40 or whatever.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
high.
Well, it's only been, they said it was only been like 2 months. He hasn't changed much after 2 months, right? 2 months.
Well, dude,
I mean, 2 months is
Yeah, that's like not a lot. That's not enough
yeah.
time.
I'd give it another 2,
He also could
even
be,
though it's arbitrary.
He could also be like
Kind of.
he can also be like new to it all. You know what I mean? Still learning. So
And
how-
maybe
how
she
I-
hasn't even. I mean, she brought up like the bald thing, right? But she didn't bring up the weight thing.
yeah, for me, like I'm not like working
think.
out and lifting weights anymore, but I'm like wrestling, not eating as much, and I feel better, and I feel like I look better just doing that. There's a difference. Like you don't have to per se like work out and lift weights
No,
to
eat healthier food.
exactly.
Eat a salad instead of eating the pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, you want to do one more?
Yeah, we'll do one more.
All right, I have a choice between 2. Whatever one you want.
All
right.
Whatever one we said to do.
All right. Well, you said to do both, but
Well, no, we said the last one.
all
You
right.
did. What? What? Wait.
All right.
Enough.
28 female. My fiance, 29 male, wants his parents to move in with us after our wedding against my wishes. We have dated for 4 years, and he became my fiance after 2. He is truly wonderful and is sweet to me. Same can't be said about his parents. His mother has been verbally abusive to me, and his father is drunk and abusive. He would grab my breast.
It took a wild turn in the first sentence.
The father was doing that?
Yeah,
the father wants to move in.
slap me if I resist, and I nearly died when he drove me and my fiance somewhere after a car crash. My fiance did briefly cut all contact, but he then told me he wanted to reestablish his relationship with them. I told him if he were to do this, at least don't force me into a relationship with them. He agreed until a bombshell last week. I recently inherited a large fortune from my father after he unfortunately passed away from cancer 2 months ago. I've decided not to spend it much on it and use it more as a last resort. My fiance told me last week that we should have the parents move in with us and I take care of them using the fortune. I explained over and over how disrespectful they are to me, but he insisted they have changed as people. He refused to hear my side and has now resorted to shouting at me. How do I get him to understand that him moving his parents in with us isn't an option? There's 2 edits. Edit 1, I lose half of my fortune to him if the wedding is called off. And edit 2, something didn't delete the comments. Where I live, every potential wedding partner signs an agreement before the marriage, and any failed engagement causes the richer of the 2 to pay half to the other.
What?
Should got a prenup.
Should have got a
Doesn't
prenup.
sound like
I'm gonna get a
a
prenup.
thing where she is.
Are you gonna get a prenup when you're older?
Probably just for the sake. I mean, I
No.
get the.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you're gonna be with your.
Well, no, I get the idea.
I feel like a prenup. I had this discussion with Charlie.
Well,
I was like, I feel like a prenup is just like waiting for divorce.
Sure. I mean, so yes, I guess what you're saying. I can understand your point, but also, there's also the other point of the divorce rate in America is almost 50%.
Well, that's
also-
not always bad.
Like, you could think you're going to be with this person for the rest of your life, and you have no idea what's going to happen. Like, I mean, who knows? I mean, people,
Yeah.
you just have no idea. And, like, I totally understand the idea of, like, marriage is, like, we're committing and we're not going to split. I don't, you know what I mean? I think getting married and, like, being open to divorce is a dumb thing. But also, to not get a prenup and then, because, like, things happen.
Yeah.
You just don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
it just makes so much more sense to do it then versus something happens, you find them cheat, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then you're screwed financially,
Yeah. Yeah, the amount of people I've just dated that have cheated on me makes me more weary of actually getting married and then somehow getting that unlucky with someone that cheats. And then they're just like, peace. Half your money is coming with me. I was like, all right, bet.
Even
Well,
if
it
you're like
depends if you're-
99.99% sure, it's just like,
Yeah,
you might as well
exactly.
have it.
Yeah.
0.1%, like, still, like, it could happen, right?
Yeah.
And also, I thought in the New Testament you couldn't get a divorce.
You can't get divorced.
No,
Right.
she's saying she doesn't. They're both agreeing that they're not going to do the prenup, right?
No, Charlie says he's like, not that he says he won't,
Yeah.
but he's like, I feel like it makes sense. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense, but I'm not signing one.
Yeah, Matt,
Mm-hmm.
stop playing footsies with me.
You know how it is.
I didn't make a face when you said that. I made a face when he touched my foot. So don't think, don't think I'm ignoring what you said.
No, it's okay.
But going back to what we said, the Reddit thread, yeah, this is pretty much a simple one where it's like, just cut off ties.
Really?
Yeah, like I think
With who?
with the parent,
With
like
parents?
with the parents, like just make it so like he needs to know like I'm not doing this because your father has literally like touched me in inappropriate places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if he's changed or not. Like
Not something you get over.
yeah, and it's also your inheritance,
Yeah.
not theirs. Like not
Yeah.
his parents' inheritance. So I feel like it's just kind of a selfish thing on the fiance's
for sure.
part.
It's so like how I don't understand
Bold.
how he could
Yeah.
do that.
It's very
How could you
bold.
want to rekindle the relationship with your
Yeah.
father after you did that? And then how do you want him to move in? I don't. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
wanting him to move in
crazy,
is
man.
crazy.
It's insane.
If I were to use this logically to get on the husband's side, right?
Yeah.
That first off, she said her husband is truly sweet and wonderful.
Yeah.
Right? So he's not a bad guy. Like in her eyes at least. Right? And now he's saying these people have changed. They have done horrible stuff. He's obviously cut off ties with them.
Yeah.
Right? But now he says they've changed. So like say like somebody were to commit a crime, right? And then they're being put on trial for that crime and they just swap. They swap brains with somebody else. They're completely another person. Like, are you going to charge that person still with that crime?
Yeah.
Do you know,
Probably
like
not.
philosophically?
Probably not at that point. Because I guess it's not
If
the
I were to take-
actions of that one's soul, but the actions of one's body.
If I were to take like his word that they have changed.
I wouldn't. I mean, I guess I still wouldn't because it's still the same person. Because you just still look at that person
Exactly.
and say
Exactly.
like, your brain's changed, but if I still look at you, it's like
You
this-
still have that trauma. You see
Yeah,
that person.
that
you don't
face
see their
is
brain.
still
You
there,
still
yeah.
see the person who harmed you.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you have to say that this trauma trumps them being taken care of. You know, taking care of two people or having trauma, which one's higher or lower, or if you could get over trauma, or if you
Well,
could get over
technically,
the other
taking
one.
care of one's trauma is a taking care of oneself, which is taking care of a person. So,
So it's like 1 to 2 then, right?
yeah, but
Getting over trauma.
we both hit the butt.
Yeah, but that's if I took everything like objective truth, like he had told me the objective truth, the husband.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Bree?
I said getting over trauma like that is really hard.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
But it's not worth like you wouldn't say like I would rather not have the trauma and have two people live like homeless like on the street. I don't know if that's their situation or whatever.
Well,
but
it's the same thing of like let's say there's a person that let's say it's the grandfather and we actually did swap his brain. He has someone else's brain. He's a different person. Like even if she sees him in public, knowing that that face of his is still gonna horrify her,
Yeah.
and knowing that like person body thing was the one that did all these awful things to her. So in reality, his morals changing or not, she can accept the fact, yeah, sure, he's changed, but I still don't feel comfortable being around him because what happens if he does that 180 and goes right back to what he's doing?
And the guy's essentially got to choose between his parents or his wife or fiance.
Yeah.
And no offense to his parents, we don't know how old the parents are. We don't know how long they'll be around. So to put all the inheritance, I feel like, into grandparents, is
Yeah,
it?
how about your future children?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, why
Yeah.
do all that when you have future plans? Not like, like why not build towards the future, and not build towards like building up the past? You know?
she's also losing half of her fortune either way.
Yeah.
If she has them come in, right, she's gonna have to spend it on them, right,
Yeah.
to take care of them. And then if she leaves, right, half the fortune goes to him anyway.
How is that the case though? Are they married? I thought they weren't married yet.
Yeah,
They're
they
not
so
in
it
the
says-
country
yeah.
she's in.
Yeah. So I think
Sign paper.
Yeah. So I think
They already signed the paper.
Yeah, potential wedding partner.
Yeah. So
Signed an agreement.
Yeah,
Got
so
it.
they have that. It must be some country, 'cause I've never heard of that in America.
No,
It has to be some country, probably in Europe or something that
Yeah.
does that. Because I've
I was
never.
thinking like the Middle East.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think the Middle East because I mean, how she types, I feel like it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty good English. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like it has to be somewhere in Europe. But again, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But because I feel like in the Middle East, they don't really do that stuff. Like, they don't do the whole like money like stuff. Like they don't do that. It's
You
kind of
think- Here's the thing.
yeah.
I guarantee you a situation just like this happened in the Middle East many, many times. And you think that guy is going to tell his family not to, like, live in the house?
yeah. No.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let's be real, bro.
No. That's what I'm
You know
saying.
what I'm
Like,
saying? We live in
like-
a different...
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Like in the Middle East, it's like you will be living with my parents.
Yeah.
Sorry, but that's just how it's going to be.
Mhm.
And we've already been agreed to. Because my friend, I have a friend, I'm not going to say his name, but he's Muslim. And he had a fixed like marriage. Like he met his wife in high school. And they were like, you're marrying her.
It was arranged.
It was arranged, not fixed. Yeah, arranged marriage. You're marrying her. That's it. There's no XY. There's no buts, whats, or anything about it. You have to marry her. And he did.
No rubber ducks.
No buts.
No butts, no cuts, no coconuts.
Yeah, so he's currently married to her, and he lives in a different state now. But he's like, I just think that that's just it's a different culture because in that culture, I've like heard how he talks to her and like heard like all that stuff. Like he does not a bad dude to her, but like
Except
it's
for the
kind of
shouting. He did. She did say that he did shout at her.
yeah. No, I'm saying it. I'm saying with my friend like
Oh yeah. Sorry.
how he talks to her. It's kind of like he says something, she just doesn't.
Yeah.
No, with no question,
Yeah,
will
yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
Yep.
No arguing.
What was the Bible verse?
Yeah, Timothy, like what Timothy said to
Yeah.
Bree. But yeah, Timothy
it should be.
2:12. Yeah, as it should. So no,
Don't
I'm
make
joking.
me myself rich.
But yeah, but what you're saying about the husband sharing, like he's been a great guy, but now he's shouting.
Uh-huh.
That's a different dynamic now. Like you're going from a guy that's now we're talking about the Reddit thread. We're going from a guy that's like all these things, and as soon as he doesn't get what he wants,
Yeah.
he's now
Yeah.
becoming a big baby.
Uh-huh.
Like, is this the first disagreement you've had? And
It
he's
sounds
acting like this?
it sounds like it because it's the first like major argument, and if he's kind of doing a whole 180 with a major argument like that,
yeah.
you got to rethink this whole
Yeah.
thing in general.
I think so, too.
But
Yeah.
she's gonna lose her fortune either way. I mean, I guess she just
I
gets out.
I just think if this is like a major argument with like this one thing, I think she needs to make it pretty clear like this is not going to happen with the parents. Like there's no way we're gonna get married. That's it. Like if they want to live nearby, not with us, great. But I don't want a relationship with them. If we have kids, they have a relationship with them. I don't. You know,
You don't mess with that.
don't mess with that.
I wouldn't want my kids in a relationship
Yeah,
with
me
the
neither,
dad.
bro.
No.
Like, if I totally understand what she's saying. Like, you wouldn't want your... Like, the wife, you have kids. You wouldn't want your kid being with the guy who, like, molested or sexually assaulted you.
Yeah, again, that's a whole nother thing that they have to worry about because they've never
Yeah.
said anything about having kids or not. So
Yeah.
it's a whole nother thing.
I mean, it's a different country. Who knows? Like what's going
Yeah.
on there?
I think she needs to explain to him, like, how uncomfortable it is. Like, imagine
Mhm.
sleeping in the house and then you wake up and he's right there.
Yeah.
Like, that
No,
is
it's
so
true.
creepy.
All right. Well, I think.
Do you want me to read the top comment?
Yeah, read the top comment. We're gonna close up after.
All right. Well, he pinned. He is truly wonderful and sweet to me, except when he's shouting at you, using emotional, coercive tactics to try to control your money, or demanding you live with someone who has both verbally abused and sexually assaulted you. He sounds like an absolute sweetheart. OP. These are not little things that an otherwise wonderful and sweet person does on occasion. You're describing it as though all of this is complete out of character of him, which I find hard to believe. My guess is that he often treats you like this during disagreements, is used to getting his way, and had a meltdown like this when he doesn't. At the bare minimum, this situation is telling you that this guy is not ready for marriage. He believes he is entitled to make the decision, and is apparently Say it.
Infatuated.
Infrared.
Infatuated.
No. Let me zoom in on it. Infuriated.
Infuriated.
Words, they get the best. Infuriated by the idea that you have to say that you have a say in things, and that your opinion is as important as his. My advice: on your own, set up a meeting with a financial planner and an attorney to make sure your assets are protected. Should you do something stupid like marry this guy? Don't marry this guy. At least not before you've done the above and had him sign a prenup.
Very smart.
You don't have to convince him of anything. You just have to protect your money and refuse to marry until you've done so. He can't make you spend the money or on anything you don't want to, so long as you don't give him access to it.
Well, she already signed a contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she can't do anything about it. Like,
the
she has to
person's
get
answering for
this
the
is an
US
attorney issue and all that.
I
Like,
would flee the country with your assets, move them overseas,
yeah, for sure.
and flee.
Yeah, well, this
Caribbeans have great
has
banks.
been the Lounging Around podcast. Your host Liam Saranich, my co-host Bree,
Good night.
Matt,
Hello.
special guest Jackie Boy,
thanks for having
Jackie Poo, Jack Attack,
Science guy.
Jackie, Science Guy, Relationship Guru,
Mr. O.
Oh man.
Dr. O.
We're on Spotify and YouTube, Lounging Around Podcast, and on Instagram, lounging.around.podcast. Thank you, and good night.
Right there, mate. You're listening to the Lounging Around podcast. Stick around for more.